I hope you're ready to get another season started. Let's try and improve on last year.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly.
No matter how good a driver is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
We've got a situation at the moment. Seems like something's off with the fuel injection system. We're looking into it, but we're going to be out of action for a few minutes. Sorry about that. Just wasn't our day.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, who are Bottas, Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
Great work out there today. How do you think it went? How are you finding things at your new team? Are you settling in? It's good to get the reliability issues out of the way in practice, isn't it? You won't be starting at the front of the pack. Are you worried? Appreciate your time.
Bad luck in qualifying. That's not exactly ideal. But there's no points for Saturday. Keep a cool head and make up for it in the race.
New drivers, new cars, and a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that hosts the first round of a 21-race championship, taking us from here in Melbourne, Australia, across the globe before we eventually reach the season finale at Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. Here's the track then, 16 corners, 6 to the left and 10 to the right. They make up the 3.3 miles around Albert Park Lake, with turn 1 and 3 providing the best opportunities to pass. I'm joined today in the commentary box, as I will be throughout this season, by a great racing driver, former F1 competitor, and who was world champion once upon a time as well, and an all-round top chap. It's the one and only Anthony Davidson. And tell me, here we are, first Grand Prix of the season, the first time racing these cars. So what are the big questions that need to be answered here, in your view?
First of all, Crofty, and thanks for the glowing introduction, I just want to say it's a real privilege to be here, and I can't wait to see what this competitive field has in store for us this season. Now, to answer your question, obviously there's the question of performance in race trim, but really this is going to be all about reliability. It's the first Grand Prix of the season, don't forget. You're pushing all your new components to their limits. Formula One cars are full of very sophisticated but also very sensitive technology. So the most important thing today is to get to the end of the race, keep everything in good condition, and try to stay out of trouble while you're at it.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The fence starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Ricciardo, Kimi Raikkonen, and Hülkenberg, Sainz, Leclerc, Joker, and Marcus Ericsson, Perez, Verstappen, Kevin Magnussen, and Gasly, Grosjean, Alonso, Lance Stroll, and Brendan Hartley. Van Dorn and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care. Everything looks good on the power unit cycle, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature. The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
These guys are impossible to race with. Impossible.
You've got front wing damage. Recommend you box for a new one. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left. Okay, clear. Signs ahead. The time last lap was a 1 minute 29.2. We're trailing our teammate by 30.7 seconds. Repeat that, there's interference. Stroll is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 1.3 seconds. You're gaining by over 5 seconds a lap. Keep it up. They're on old super softs. Their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:28.7. Our gap behind is 16.5 seconds. Update on the car for you. Tyres are looking very nice. Shouldn't have to worry about the wear too much right now. Brilliant. Nice move. Excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down. Try to stay with him, he might make a mistake. You can still regain the position. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs. Yellow flag. Green flag. Some information on Hulkenberg. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. Is 3.4 seconds. Good job, nice overtake. Boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can. Gap ahead is 2.9 seconds. Don't forget, box this lap. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Managing your tyres. Manage your tyres. We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Is 12.2 seconds. Sainz is the fastest man on the track right now. He's just posted the fastest lap of the race. You made it look easy. This is your final lap of the race. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I'll probably go for Pierre Gasly. The team did a good job with the strategy to put him in amongst the pack, but it's the driver's job to capitalise on those opportunities, and he did so with a lot of skill.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. Are you missing your old team? You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip? Well, thanks anyway.
Well, let's hope for a better race next time out, eh?